Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. Here we are. It is already May 11th. I can't believe it. It is the last week for the first half of my Eye of the Dragon program with this group for 2021. It's amazing how quickly it's flying by. Anybody else relating to that? How time is squeezing and stretching and doing so many strange things? We've talked about that multiple times as this year has progressed, and there's so many things happening. So hello to everyone. My name is Araya Anra. I am the Dragon Lady, or the facilitator of this group here in For the Love of Dragons, because we love dragons, we want to work with them, we want to understand them, and I am a guide to be able to do that. I've been working with them for a long time. I am a dragon, and the book that came through back in 2007 is more prevalent than ever. And there has been so much work that's come since then. My goal is to get the next book out. I have so much material. I literally meet with my ongoing Dragon Hearts, those that have completed the program, every month. And I almost can't get it all in 2 hours, all the new information that comes. It's like a new big major class for our ascension process and our expansion into our dragon self every week. And it's blowing me away. So always trying to feel like, all right, so this is the bigger picture. This is where these guys are at. This is what I'm experiencing. And what can I bring in for everybody, wherever they're at on their journey? And sitting with the dragons today, as I often tell you guys, I don't necessarily know what they want to talk about or what we want to bring across until right before I start a live. And so again, this was something that came in for me this morning. I was working last night and this morning on updating a diagram that's in the book. Lots of new information has come in since that was designed, and I needed to fill it in and rotate a few things. And so as I'm working on that, and I posted it to that group, I had to make the note of, be aware, pay attention, be conscious of the fact that this is always a work in progress, as are we. So I want you to just hold that in your heart as your dragons are around you and you're frustrated with, I can't feel my guides yet, or I want to know how to work with them and I'm stumbling, I'm really frustrated, it's going slower than I want. Everything about this journey in the past couple of years has been about patience, discipline, continuing on, really setting your heart and your intention, and knowing that you are a work in progress, and this is all practice. Everything that you're doing right now is practice. That practice makes perfect, right? Practice will get you to the next level. And even in that, recognizing how I work with the dragons all day, every day. I am teaching about them. Hello, Lonnie. I am sharing constantly. I'm working one-on-one with clients. Hi, Liz. And what I find is, as more and more information comes, and even as things develop, I am getting pieces. This is where our patience comes in. This is where letting go of control and just trusting your higher self in your path and knowing you're going to get it. You're going to get there. Yes, you need to be making a focused effort. Discipline is a big key of mastering the third dimension and moving beyond this octave. I will tell you that the fifth dimensional plane, the quantum field, is available. It is readily there. The access point to merge into your light body, feeling very massive steps coming into place with that, which is exciting, and what we've been aiming for millennia, really. So knowing all of us are on that journey, and those of us that are maybe a couple steps ahead of others are meant to share. What are we going through? What are we experiencing in our body, so that you know what you're doing, or the guy next to you knows what they're doing. And I am getting clarity now, that literally as I filled in the diagram and updated it, realizing that all of that clarity has come when I just had breadcrumbs before. I just had pieces. I didn't have the bigger picture, and I had to just go with what I had and fall into that, just drop into trusting myself and knowing that as we are ready for more, more will come. As I need the pieces, the puzzle will make sense. A lot of times we get put on tangents of discovery in our journey that our dragon guides will come in and say, oh, okay, go this direction. And it may not be the final destination or direction, but it gets us into a certain arena for specific information that then applies over here. So I have maps on my walls. I have lots of different files and folders and things of notes going on. And there are some that I know I'm holding in my space, and I just let them be. until they're ready to hatch, just like a dragon egg. It's got to incubate in its own perfect time. And then when it comes out, you see, and it's like, oh, this puzzle piece fits here, and this one fits here. And all of a sudden, you may see a much bigger picture and different perspective. And that's what every layer is meant to do for you. So holding in that in your heart of being gentle with yourself doesn't mean you slack off and you instead of doing a meditation or really focusing on your intentions, that you just watch movies all day. There can be days where you do that, but if you're not continuously moving forward in listening to your dragon guides, to even to your angelic guides, to move you forward and acting on what they are giving you, then it will be a very long, drawn-out journey. And I will say at this time frame, it's hard to even talk about time, because literally last week on Cinco de Mayo, we had a lot of shifts happen. And I was very clearly shown that the bookends that I've talked about of this linear timeline that we've been stretched out upon, that was this experience of polarization, duality, everything that the 3D realm held, that those bookends were actually brought together. That the lions and the dragons held either end and came together and walked together through the portal into what is beyond that timeline. So for me, that means time as we know it is no longer. It is structured differently. There will be those that stay on a 3D timeline in a very similar fashion, that there will be one that stretches out for that pathway. We talked last December about bifurcated pathways, about two options moving forward, letting your soul magnetize you towards that, using your intention to say, no, I'm really going into the quantum field. I am determining and claiming I am moving into the quantum field. I'm not sticking around for this lower thing for another 26,000 year cycle. There are those that are, and there's no judgment on that. It's specifically what the soul wants to do as far as lessons and expansion. So knowing and feeling there are two different clear paths moving forward, and one is a linear timeline as we just moved away from, and the other is opening up right now. I'm experiencing it as a spiraling moving forward that's moving us into a different expansion or experience of how time operates until we get fully into the fifth dimensional framework where time doesn't exist. So we're working towards that. This is the transition zone, the bridge that was built last year by my Dragon Hearts in that third year program, that was their whole group sort of mission that came through, their group purpose of, wow, they were the piece, they were the team that was going to build the bridge. They were the bridge builders, the matrix keepers. They really identified and felt really core in their heart of, wow, that's a term that really resonates with me. It's tingling in my body. It's making me really recognize part of myself. And that's what each of these are. And this year's group is a transition team, which is that team that is moving us from, all right, the bridge is built, the doors are open. Now we start moving across. Now we start going into the quantum field. And there's many, many dragon guides and angelic guides and star beings that are there to assist, to pull everyone forward. But for you guys listening to this, you have dragon guides. Pay attention to them. There are lots of new dragons showing up. Book club last week, and actually in my Dragon Heart program last week, brand new dragons showed up that I hadn't worked with before, much higher octaves, and to have a white star sun dragon come in was profound, was incredibly beautiful and profound. And then even with my ongoing group yesterday, to have a circle of the full 13, recognizing who they be, of the water dragon lineage that goes all the way out to Andromeda, and then the 13th that's holding the core of that 12-1-1, that same dimensional paradigm, or that geometrical paradigm that has been part of the 3D realm, the realm that we are leaving. It's closing, it's completing. So as we complete those geometries, they resonate something within us that takes us through our graduation, takes us through our mastery, and moves us through those doorways. So all of that you may or may not understand. You may be saying, I just want to know how to work with the dragon that's behind me on my left. We can do that. We know how to do that. The book clubs are great for that. Discovery call. Get some insight from me. Just go to dragonwithin.com and you'll see the different programs that are available, the online courses, guided meditations. There's a tool for everybody where you're at. But I think the message from the Dragons this week, the core message is recognize that it's all practice. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to understand it all right now. You are a work in progress. Your journey is a work in progress. And there are many times that we hear things like, be the change you want to be, or, it's a journey, not a destination. Enjoy the journey. And they can sound very cliche because they're overused or used a lot in marketing and discussion and things these days, but when you start to have a deeper realization of what those actually feel like in your body, what it means to actually be the change, to see and hold the intention of, if this is what I want to be, I need to actually hold that in every cell of my body. That's how you hold an intention and be that change, or be here now. It's every cell of your body resonating into that, and to be that work in progress, to know that I am a work in progress, and it's all practice. That is another one of those that when you recognize I am a work in progress, it allows you to just unfold and really, really receive every aspect of the journey with joy, with patience, with love, and not be pushing yourself so far in front that you miss pieces that are very crucial for right now. So be easy on yourself. Recognize that we are going through a lot. Your physical bodies are going through a lot. They are merging on multiple levels with the mental, the emotional, and the energy bodies to set us into the new paradigm. So that's resulting in a lot of weird symptoms. It's resulting in highs and lows that you feel like, what is going on with me? I'm a roller coaster. And it's been going on for months, right? This is not like just this week. We used to talk about the energies and like, wow, for these 3 days, can you feel that? Can you notice that? Well, now it's been going on for months, and some of us are getting what feels like fatigued of it. I just want to be through this. And imagine what an infant feels like when it's in the birth canal. I just want to be through this. I just want to get there and breathe. I want to have that intake of oxygen and that in-breath, and knowing that Gaia is right there too. She's been in this holding pattern, this long, how would you call it, in vitro, this long gestational period for her, that she doesn't actually step into her full form until she's in fifth dimension. So she's been waiting eons and eons to step in, move through that birth canal, and take that first breath that is aligned with the breath of the universe. And that's where we are going right now. As we breathe with the universe, as we align to ourselves and realign into our highest aspect. So for you watching, most of you, that's your dragon. When you're aligning and breathing with your dragon, and you can feel it through your own lung lining, you're starting to actually sink in with the rhythm of the universe, with the in-breath and the out-breath of the universe. And as we do that, as more and more of us do that, and get the rhythm of the collective of humanity aligned with that pulse, that's going to be what Gaia feels, and that's going to help her take that in-breath. And I know she's right there. We're just right at this cusp, and it's so exciting because I'm seeing signs, I'm experiencing things in my own journey with all of my groups. And so it's an exciting time. It's beyond exciting. It's also probably the hardest time. The completion of the polarities, where you come so far apart, where it's like the most amazing and the most difficult at the same time. And they will come together and unify in that merge, and we complete and push forward from that into something totally new. So hoping that makes sense for you guys, hoping it gives a little reprieve or a gentle in-breath of, it's okay. Look, I didn't get this right, whether it was meditation or trying to communicate with your guides. I'm a work in progress. This is all practice. Just keep practicing, because as you practice, more things will open up. So always love seeing you guys. Would love to know what you guys want to discuss. I'm always happy to come up with the topics and just tune in to the dragons and what they want to share. But if you have questions, please email or message me. I like to bring those on. And I wish you an amazing week. I'll see you next week. Hope it's not too rough of a ride for you, but just pay attention to those energies. Go with them, flow with them, and let yourself just fall into self-love, self-care, patience, and knowing it is all a work in progress. All right. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. Bye.